So I had already done it to this point. Unfortunately, I forgot to start the recording, so yeah, I wasn't recording anything, but I had already saved everything. So in the meantime, I love to delete everything, then we can try to redraw. So the only problem now will be when it comes to my textures, they will be looking a little bit different because I had created some more extras, some more textures that I was using on this one, and also more lines. But all along, with lines there's no problem. All along, I hope that I won't confuse you, so you'll be able to catch up. So I really had done a lot, but let me just delete everything. So this is how it was before, and I think yours is easier as well. And we have another line. I had drawn a line here, so we had a line. This was at the center. So the thing is, we want to do those things that you've just seen, and I had already done it, but unfortunately I forgot to hit the record button. The software that records the screen, so I forgot to start it. So it happens a lot. It used to happen a lot with the other project as well. So yeah. Anyways, so we want to create here something that is 250 mm. So what I did is you draw a line here, which is like this one is 400. And I'm taking it here, so I want to drag it, not a copy, just drag the piece itself by 750. I'm not sure even whether I use 750 or 650 or whatever, man, but we can do, let's do 750 and see. Then I'm going to mirror it, Ctrl+Shift+M, and I try to mirror it. So yeah, then so I'm gonna draw a line at the center, and like I said, you must have an idea of what you want to do, and in most cases you will get pictures from Pinterest. You can go to Pinterest, then you can get several ideas, and you try to bring all those ideas into your concept, or sometimes you can also come up with the ideas. But since most of you who are going through this, I'm guessing you're not an interior designer, chances are high you most likely want to be coming up with your own ideas. I don't usually come up with my own ideas. I usually have a few that I try, but in most cases just combining different ideas from Pinterest. So Ctrl+D, and I want this one to be Ctrl+Shift+D. I want this one to be 100 mm. Then I can mirror this one through the center line again. Yeah. Then I can select the whole thing. And Ctrl+Shift+D. I want to put it somewhere where it will be easier for me to play around with it. So I just want to use magic wand and put some slab in it. And this slab, I had already created a texture for it, but we can create a texture again. Go to options, elements, then surfaces. Then I created a new texture for it, which is Andesite DA 08. 08. To create a texture, of course, if you want an andesite texture, click on it, then new, and you can name it what you want. So because the project I'm doing is DAN, so I use DA08, but I've already created it. So if I press, it creates again. Why? What's the this one was slash. So you can just create your own texture that you want, and you click this, then Ctrl T, and you apply that texture on it. So mine was DA08, then I hit OK, and now I'm gonna press Ctrl T, and so at this point you want to, but let me drag it to position first. Then if you check via 3D, you can't even see it. You see where it is, but you want it to be there, so you can do some settings on it. Like I just want it to be something small, let me say 5 mm, and can I see it from the bottom? I mean, where do I want it to be? Let me say I can put it at 2500 in the meantime. Then you can draw this one is called section. To draw a section, you go to viewpoint, then section tool, then you come and draw a section so that you are able to see it. So I did draw this section, then I click on the section and open the section. You click the section, you right click, and you want to open the section, or you want to go to select open with current view settings. Open with the current view settings, then you'll be able to see the section. So this is the section, and this is what I've drawn. So I'm gonna raise it up to there. Then if you come to 3D, you can see it is where it is. Now I just want to do the same thing on this end as well. So I'm going to the line tool, and I draw here a line. Then I want to drag this one. We're doing this again because this side, the length of this side is not the same as this side. With this side, once you are done like this, we will just, of course, we'll draw the lights first. Then once we draw the lights, we just copy whatever it is here, and we bring it to the other end, or we mirror, whatever option that you find to be easier for you. So again, we drag this one to 750. Or if you want, you can change, depends with what you want, but for me, I want to keep this uniform. Then I can mirror this, Ctrl+Shift+M, and something like that. Yeah, then you come to the line tool, you draw what you want at the center line. You draw a line at the center line, and I'm gonna Ctrl+Shift+D, which is 100 mm, and then I mirror this line using the center line to the other end. So to that point, we are okay. Yes, we are okay. So far so good. But of course, you get bored when you've done something and then you want to go through the whole process again. You can just click this lab on this other end, then you press Ctrl+Shift+D, and you make a copy of it. If I select this point, or let me say I select the middle point here, then you bring it to this line again, which is your center line, and now you just rotate it. Then you can shorten it to fit what you want, which is again the same thing. If we go back to 3D, we shall be able to see it. Yeah, so from that point I can now draw some lights. So I had already done, of course, the settings as well on the lights. So the first thing I did was to create, did I create a new texture? Maybe I did, I'm not sure, but I have another texture called I think DA02. So I'm not sure if I create did create the texture, it was there already. So I go to the lamp tool and I double click on it, and you click on interior lamps and you choose the ceiling lamp, and then so once you choose on this, you click on the light settings. On the light settings, you get a lot of bulbs here. So for me, I did select type 10, and then you go forward. I changed this to 125, 125, then 20. This one 125, 125, then 25. Or we can use even just want it to be something pretty small. Let's just maintain 25 anyways. Then we go to next. So here you go to the surfaces. It had a glass surface. So for me, what I wanted was a glass surface to be a texture that when I take to Twinmotion, I'll be able to apply some light on it. The neon, it's called neon in Twinmotion. I'll apply the neon light on it, so it will appear like it is shining. So that's why I replaced the glass texture with my own texture, which is Paint Golden Oak DA02, which of course I'm going to apply the light texture on it in Twinmotion. So then I hit OK, and you go at the center. So you have this line, which is of course the center, and at the center I click there. Then you open your section, and now you try to adjust the position of this light to where you want it to be. If you don't want to adjust things this way using the elevation, you can just do some small calculation, and then you'll find the exact point of your bulb. So then I did this and Control Shift plus D. Or what I did, like this one is at the center line. You remember where the center line was? Here. But I want to have two of them, so I click on it and move it to this, and also click Control Shift plus D and move it here. So I have two copies. Then I can group them together, Control Shift plus G. Control G, to group things together. Then I'm gonna click at the center, then I press Control Shift plus D. I want to drag a copy on this other end to, let's say 14. Can we do 1450? Yeah, let's say 1450. And then I just want to mirror them, Control Shift plus M at the center line, and make the mirror copy. Then now I can select this, them as well, and this guy. And so this last guy is the slab that we drew, that we applied the black texture. So I'm selecting all of them and making a mirror copy so that they can go on this other end as well. And this was the center line, so we do that and we have a mirror copy. Now when it comes to this other end, we're just going to copy. Let's drag like these guys, Control Shift plus D. We pick them from the center, and you can bring them to the center again. So it is this line, Control E, we rotate them to this. Then I can Control Shift plus D and drag them again to, let's say 14. So I did short. So this one is not like how I done the drawing before. In the first case, I did drag this one by 1100, but now I see if I drag it by that, this whatever remains on the other end is so small. So maybe drag it by 1000. Then I can mirror it, Control Shift plus M, using the center line, and I can select. So you hold, like I said, you hold Shift to select multiple stuff. then Control Shift plus M, and I make a mirror using the center of this line. Yeah, so far this is what we have. Then now we come to whatever we had at the middle. Now to do that, I already have this one. I did draw it at the center, so you make a copy of it again. That is Control Shift plus D, and I don't even remember, was it 500, 550? Let's do 500. Man, let's do 500. I don't even remember. Then I'm gonna make a mirror copy of it again. So using this one is our center line, and I'm gonna draw another line 2. I want to draw a line that passes at the center. It could be that short. Then you can make a copy of it, Control Shift plus D. Let's say 1000. Kiste moja, kiste mbili. Is it 1000 or 950? Man, let's go with 950. Then Control Shift plus M. Then we can cut these dudes. We don't want you, man. Here again we can repeat it. Okay, you can delete this guy. Now I can select all of this. Then I hope you still have this one on, so I click on the line tool, then you click on this and you choose this one, and you click on this, and we can do something like this. So this one, can we do 350? Then we can repeat again, and this one we're gonna do 125. Yeah, so you can click on this, and you press Control Shift plus D to take it somewhere. You see I even had it here, the same size, so turns out I remember. So you can have it here again, and let's draw a line here to here, and here to here. So we go to slab tool, then you can hold the space bar, or you can use this one if you have it here, and there. Then I click the two of them, Control T, and I just want it to be like 25. Shall we do 25 or 75? Let's do 25. Then so the texture here, I did create another texture, options, elements, then surfaces. I did create a new text, and it was called, I think it was 25. This one, DA25, the glossy white, and another texture that was DA09, the anthracite black one, and a glossy white texture. So I'm used to creating a lot of textures, but when you take the drawing to InMotion, you will it's not like you can, so I mean you have a lot of options when it comes to textures, because you've named them different names. So that's one good thing about it. And here I can do the 09. So 09, the black one is on the, you can see, I'm sure you can see, on the top we have the white one, on the bottom we have the white one, then on the sides, the edges, we have the black one. And I can change the location of this to say, let's say 2600 for now. then we can group them together, Control G, and we can leave them to rest a little bit. Then I come to this and magic wand again. I want it to be there and there again, so I can control this, Control G and Control T. So this one again, I had created a texture for them, and it was mahogany vertical D03. So I click on it and select the other textures and link them together. And this one, we want it to be at I think it was 2600. Then we can go to this surface section, and you can try to adjust the location, but the initial location is, then we can click Control D, and here we have it. So then we go back and we bring this guy, we click him from this corner and here, and again we try to adjust him, but I think he's okay. He's already okay, but if you want, we can try to lower them to this so that they be at the same dimensions as this, because at the moment you can see that it's a bit higher. So we'll press Control D and drag it to here. Then this, all you have to do is to increase the thickness. I can say add on some 75. Is it 75 or 50? 250. Yeah, then we have that. And now we want to draw something at the center, so I'm clicking this line and we go to the slab tool, we hold spacebar or this guy, magic wand, and we click on him, Control T. Now for him, I did create his own texture. It was called Paint Golden DA03. So I click on it and that, and okay, and we can adjust him as well. So let's say we want him to be at 2500. Then we can come to the section and we click on him and Control D. We can put him somewhere. Let's have him, I think we can have him there so that he flashes with the bottom, like that. So like what I mean by saying that when you take it to Twinmotion it's gonna light, let me just try to take it to Twinmotion right now. So in Twinmotion we can we're not going to do a lot, I just want to apply some light here so that you see what I mean. If I go to materials, then I go to neons, and I can choose this first one, then I do it here. You see there is light, so I just say let there be light. So I was also planning to design something here, and the wall, something for the TV again here, but I think after failing to, we just do it another time in another video soon. For now, we're gonna end it at this point.